Hello, Hilltop. It's Mr. Amici again, and it's a terrific Tuesday to have some PE. Are you ready for some fun? Yeah! Me too. Now, what's different about our lesson today is I've got some printable papers for you. They're in the first two tiles of your lesson. So you might have already clicked on those two tiles before you got to this video. If you're able to, I'd like you to try to print out those papers or download and save them to your computer so you can bring them up on your computer when you're needing to. The first one is called the September D.E.A.M calendar. D.E.A.M, I don't know that word. D.E.A.M means drop everything and move. Well, that sure sounds fun. So this is a calendar for the entire month of September, which we're just getting into. And so for each day, it's got different things that it would like you to try. So what we're going to do in this activity right now is I'm going to go through some of the things listed on here that I think maybe we're not so sure how they work. And I'll give you an example and demonstrate how we do those. So when that day comes up, you'll know what activity to do and how to do it. Now, since it's PE right now, I would like you to participate with me during this time. So use that brain to learn and ears to listen, and then I also want you to try to act some of these out. Who recognizes where I am right now? Yep, I'm back in the gym at Hilltop. I'm going to be standing on something different today. Who knows what this is? Yes, this is a mat, because some of our exercises we're going to do today, I'm going to be on the floor, and you may be on the floor also for these activities, so find a soft surface to do these activities on today. So you can pause the video to find a safe area to play, or if you're already there, let's get started. So our calendar for September, well, what do you know? The first activity is marching in place. Good thing that's one of our dynamic stretches that we've been practicing. I'm going to put the paper down so that way I can use my arms and my legs to pump. We're marching in place. We're doing our dynamic stretching, right? We're getting those muscles moving, getting them nice and warmed up for an activity. Oh yeah, march, march, march. Maybe go a little faster, so now we're running in place. Good. Now if I can stay in my safe area, which today is my mat, I could maybe run back and forth. Nice and easy, because we're not working super hard right now. We're just getting our muscles warmed up. Oh yeah. Now, the next thing listed is to take a walk. We know how to walk, right? I think so. Walking one foot in front of the other. Now, same thing when you're running is you swing that opposite arm when you walk. Oh yeah, look at me go. I'm walking. I'm walking. Now, walking can be done fast, or it can be done slow. Different speeds. Let's show that again. Fast walking, slow. Right? So we'll talk about different speeds of activities too, whether it's a fast moving, slow moving, medium speed. So be listening for what speed we're doing some of these in also. What's another one that maybe we don't know? Whoa. This one's telling us to do 5 different stretches. Now we know our dynamic stretches, the ones where we use our body and movement to warm up our muscles. Oh, I'm crossing the midline in this one. We remember that. And I've said this word a few times, called static stretching. That's stretching where you stay in one spot and you like hold a pose or a position. So I'm going to show you a few static stretches right now that you can add to your brain library of all the fun physical activities you can do. One static stretch is you stand feet together, hands go in front of your body, and you try to get your hands all the way down to touch your toes. Oh, Mr. Amici, that's easy. I'm touching my toes. Not like that. Your legs need to stay straight the whole time. So I can't bend my knees for this stretch. I'm going to keep my feet together. Legs are straight. I'm going to bend at the waist. So I'm going to bend here and use those hands to reach down. And you want to get as close to your toes as you can get. Some of you can maybe touch your feet or even touch the floor. I'm still improving my flexibility, so I'm still close. I can touch my socks. Maybe you can touch your knees. Can you touch your shins or the front of your lower leg? And then we count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly, safely come back up. Good. Let's try a stretch with your upper body. Do we remember we did our arm scissors? Ka-cha! Where we chop right in the middle, one hand goes above, one goes underneath. Now there's a static stretch like that, or a stretch where you hold that position and count. You go one arm across your body. See how I'm going across? And my other arm goes underneath, and I kind of put it behind my elbow, and it helps me hold that arm up, and you can feel some stretching from the back of your shoulder all the way down to about your elbow. And you gently pull that arm closer into underneath your chin. Yes, and not a little first, then you can't breathe. And not too low, straight across. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Safely and slowly release the stretch. Now if I stretch one side, do I need to stretch the other? Yeah, I do. Arm straight out, across my body. Take my other arm straight up. Should hook right around my elbow. Pull it back to my body. Look at that. See how it's not out in front? It's right along the side of my body. And I count. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Nice and slowly release that stretch. We're going to try another dynamic stretch. They're called side dips. I got my hand on my hips. And I'm going to try to bend just to the side and back. Bend and back. I'm going to back up a little bit so you can see my whole body, because it's important how I stand with my legs. I don't want my legs super close together. It's hard to keep my balance that way. Whoa. But I also don't want them super wide open. Shoulder width apart, like we talked about last time. So the same distance my shoulders are apart, I want that same distance my feet to be apart. And I'm going to bend and bend. Now, I already told you guys this, but here's a question for you. Would this be a static stretch or a dynamic stretch? Is this a stretch where I move my muscles to warm them up? Or is this a stretch where I hold them in one place? Go ahead, call out the answer. If you said dynamic stretching, a round of applause. You are correct. Nice job. Remember, dynamic is moving your body to warm up those muscles. I'm going to show you standing sideways these, so I'm not dipping forward, dipping to the side, side bends. Nice. Now there's some stretches we can do while we're sitting too. Now these would be static stretches, stretches where you stay in the same spot. I'm going to have a seat on my bottom. Now it's almost very similar to when I was standing. Both feet go together, legs are straight, and I'm going to reach forward now to try to stretch and reach my toes. Should I bend my knees? No, Mr. Amici, that's too easy. Legs straight. Reach. Try to touch those toes. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And slowly and safely stop the stretch. I'm going to stand up for a moment. If you could feel that stretching from the tops of your legs all the way down to the bottom of your legs, you were doing it right. Nice job. Some quick variations of that. Instead of having both feet together side by side, watch this one. I bring one foot over, cross it over in front of the other one, and then when I bend straight down to stretch, you'll notice the leg that's in the back, that's the leg where the muscles are stretching. So the one that's in the back, you'll notice stretches it more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back up. And what we do with one leg, we want to do with the other. So switch the next foot over the top. If I lose my balance, should I fall down and hurt myself? No! Just exit the stretch form and just put your feet down. We don't want you to fall and get bumped. Feet are crossed, I'm balanced, bend down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice job. Maybe see if there's some stretches I didn't try that you could think of. That might be fun to do too. What else do we have on here? Oh, okay. There's some things called curl-ups on here. In our video last Tuesday, I did some things that I called the banana, or the banana bend, if we remember that one. Let me take a closer look at everybody here. Oh yeah, you're still paying attention. Just making sure. So this one we can also call them curl-ups. So we're exercising the muscles in our tummies. We've got some muscles right on the front of your stomach here that help your trunk or your core, that's from your chest down to your waist, where all your important organs in your body are. We've got a whole bunch of muscles in the front of our body there, and they're used as like a shield to protect us. So we're going to strengthen those muscles. So we sit down on our bottom. You can even lay all the way down. I'm going to bring my arms up behind me, and I'm going to swing my arms up, and I'm going to swing my feet up at the same time. Let's see if I can touch them somewhere up here in the middle. Ready? And let's try a curl up. 1, and I'll go back down. Curl up. 2, curl up. 3, curl up. 4, let's do one more. Curl up. 5, and back down. Nicely done. We got the curl-ups, and I know one that we've practiced before is the push-ups. Do we remember this from last week? So you can either do those with your knees on the floor, so it won't be as much of your body weight on your arms. Remember, try to have a straight back, bend and push, bend and push, bend and push. Or try it with your feet up in the air, bend and push, bend and push, bend and push. Nice. Okay, so those are your D.E.A.M calendar, the drop everything and move. There'll be a different activity for each day of the week. See if you can complete those. Now click our next tile. Well, I'll describe in a video how we do our yoga poses. We'll see you there. Go Hawks!